G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to another edition of SuperCoach Edge, and it is of course the final edition of BBL SuperCoach. Just putting the virtual bow on things, reviewing the season ever so briefly, and going through how I performed at the come to the conclusion of the season itself, and can say that I reached heights that I've never reached before in BBL SuperCoach with a new high rank to end the season, which was very, very nice to see. So nonetheless, let's get into it and check out how I went. So there we go. I ended up scoring a 757 for the round, obviously reduced because of the amount of Thunder players that I had, which was 5. Of course, not playing in the last game due to it being a washout against the Renegades. But as you can see there, I ended up going up 75 spots to finish just inside the top 300, which of course was a height that I was hoping to reach as of a few weeks ago. I mentioned 250 was kind of, very, very shoot for the star stuff, but to finish just inside the top 300 with a finishing rank of 299 is absolutely perfect. But even better than that, when we talk about perfection, round numbers, all that sort of stuff, just gives you tingles. Check that out. 8,800 was the finishing total score that I finished with, and can't get any more better than that. I suppose it could be 8,888. Nonetheless, I've reached heights, as I said, that I haven't reached before, so was a nice way to finish the season. As I said, could have been better, which as I click through to my team, as you can see here, with the amount of Thunder players that I had, I kind of was shot in the foot a little bit, just because of the fact that 5 of my 11 players that I had obviously only played the one game, so the Thunder players virtually turned into single game players. As you would have seen in the previous episode, heading into the final round of round 9, I was kind of playing a little bit more conservative instead of getting in a 6th Thunder player, so that obviously saved me a bit. But yeah, it is what it is virtually, and that's kind of ironic the way that it was, the way that the season ended with a washout, because we had a few of those this season, and they were absolute pains in the ass. You could call them something else, but would obviously make this YouTube video flagged if I was. Just rolling through my team ever so briefly. In terms of trade-ins, I ended up trading in Alex Hales at 53, super handy. Ended up bringing in Daniel Sams. As I said, he's kind of the guy that's hit or miss, and on a double, you don't want to really miss him. Only scored the 18 in the first game. Unfortunate. Could have came out and fired in the second game against the lowly or equally lowly ranked Renegades team, but we'll never know. And the other trade-in was Chris Green as well. Scored a 41, pretty handy as well. And then I ended up bringing in, with my third and final trade of the season, a loophole in the wicket-keeping position of Bilbo Baggins, as I like to call him, of Sam Billings, and was able to loop on McDermott's score of 75 off the back of that. And that was always the plan, just to use that as a bit of a sit back and see how McD performs, and just assess off the back of that whether or not I use my third trade to bring in a loophole wicketkeeper batsman in order to do that. Inglis was in the wicketkeeper position, but I ended up switching him, and Whiteman was on the bench here, so I ended up trading Whiteman to Billings. In terms of, loopholing, as you can see there, Overton I had on the bench, just in case he kind of put in a bit of a stinker. 83 was anything but, of course. Ended up looping him on with Burden. And then Ty, as you can see as well, was on my bench. If I didn't use the third trade to loop on McDermott's score, if McDermott scored shit, I would have kept Inglis on field and used that third trade to trade Walter virtually to anyone at that price point of 203.2k. Off the back of if Ty performed crap, which is what he did, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because the Thunder and Renegades game, as I said before, was a washout. So I was kind of boxed in a bit, and this route that I actually took, I'm thankful McDermott actually scored well, because otherwise I virtually would have, been, 27 points worse off by playing Inglis instead of McDermott. And then, that's kind of the other sliding doors, moment. That's virtually my team, and was pretty happy with it in the end. I'll just quickly flip back to the starting screen. As you can see there, team value ended up finishing with 2,623,100. There were some teams that ended up finishing 2.7 million, potentially 2.8. Let me just have a quick look at the rankings here. And we'll say congratulations to the guy ended up winning, James, unimaginative name, of course, like that. He's actually online at the moment as we record this, basking in his glory because he has taken out the major prize. So full congratulations to him. If he is a watcher of the channel, let us know in the comment section down below how you did it, and any secrets that you'll take into next season if you're willing to part with any, of course. But as you can see here, a lot of the teams are sort of valued around about my mark. There's a couple of teams, as I said, 2.7 million. But just goes back to that point that I made at the very start of the season in making bank for your team and really expanding the salary cap of your team does allow you to bring in guys or virtually bring in anyone, no matter the value, come the end of the season. So that did help me by having, the likes of, in the same team, Matt Short, Hardy, Maxwell, and Walter. But Walter was obviously on a bye, but didn't really have to trade out Walter, even though he was on a buy at that price point, just because it had so much cash to splash, and Overton as well at 216.8k as well. So really did work well, and that's kind of another strategy that I'll be taking forward into next season and beyond. And I think a lot of people should pay close attention to that. As a bit of an early tidbit for next season, a bit of wisdom imparting there. But I think it's any sort of SuperCoach format. Name of the game is to make as much cash as possible if you can. And heading into the AFL season, it's probably a nice little segue here where Liam and I, we are reconvening and we are transforming our YouTube channel here back to what we know and love in terms of AFL SuperCoach. On the YouTube, but also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, virtually wherever you listen to us, if you prefer to listen to us via audio podcast form. But yes, on YouTube here, because the BBL content that I've been releasing has been YouTube only, not audio podcast. Referring to it here as being YouTube, we will be transforming it back into AFL SuperCoach. And make sure you check out the recent video that we've uploaded prior to this one. And it is titled the 1K subscriber giveaway, and it is, of course, celebrating hitting the 1K subscriber milestone, but also off the back of that, it's something we've teased for a long, long while, but finally got around to it, and it is doing our giveaway and giving away a exclusive piece of merch, and it is actually what I'm wearing at the moment, the SuperCoach Edge exclusive hat, which is first of its kind. There's a few that we've had made. We actually should have put numbers on the side just to make it like the baggy green, give it a bit more exclusivity. But yes, we are giving away one of these bad boys, and all you need to do is head across to that video. So make sure, I might put a link down below or maybe up the top here, and just click on that, and it is the 1K subscriber giveaway video. All you need to do is subscribe to our channel, of course, and it's not too late to enter either. If you aren't subscribing, if you're new to our channel, haven't subscribed yet, click subscribe. After you've done that, all you need to do is like the video, and then in the comment section of that video, let us know what you're looking forward to having us cover in terms of content for season 2024, or alternatively, if there's something you'd love for us to cover that's that we've never done before in terms of new content, new segments, all that sort of stuff, feel free to let us know in the comment section down below, because we do really, really highly, obviously, appreciate your feedback and, I guess, tailoring our content so it is better crafted to your needs and wants, which is what we want at the end of the day. But make sure you check that out. And if you haven't seen that video, which you will see it, make sure you check it out and you put in your little entry, because it will be a random giveaway, by the way. It will be collating all the comments, all the usernames of those people that have commented below, and then we'll be putting them into a randomizer and then working out a fun way to draw out the winner. So make sure you get your entry in. It's not too late. Entries do close though, however, Sunday evening, the 21st at 11:59 p.m. before it ticks over officially to the 22nd of January. So make sure you get your entries in before then, if you're stumbling on this video before that date, of course. And then we've mentioned it obviously in that video as well, but we are rolling out our content for all things AFL SuperCoach on the 22nd, which is the same date that we'll be drawing the winner of this prize cap. So make sure you get your entry in. Once you've seen that video where we reveal the winner on the 22nd, you'll be able to click across and you'll get some fresh content that we'll be dishing out. And of course, from that date onwards as well, over the next 4 weeks from then on, we'll be theming each week line per line. So I think we're kicking things off with the forwards week potentially, and then we'll be doing rucks, mids, and defenders. And we're releasing 3 episodes per week as well, probably at this stage Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just to space it out. And give you enough content as we can across that 4-week period. And then we've got a couple of extra episodes up our sleeves as well in terms of team reveal episodes, and then of course across the preseason, analysing through those match sims and whatnot. I guess reviewing them and analysing them in a bit closer detail as to who stands out and so on and so forth. So that's what you have to look forward to as a bit of a segue, a bit of a teaser as to what we have to come here on the channel. But as I said, if you haven't seen the previous video, 1K subscriber giveaway video, check it out, put your entry in and be in the running for one of these. It's free to enter, of course. If there's enough uptake and enough interest, we might do another one later in the season. But that is that officially for the BBL SuperCoach season. Just thought I'd come on and I guess show you how I've performed across the season. Yeah, I'll just quickly go through my rankings as well, just to sort of finish it off from previous seasons. Ended up winning just in terms of the leagues as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 grand finals, which is actually more than what I was able to do in AFL SuperCoach. I was very unlucky. I think I won 1 maybe. Cash leagues, I ended up winning 1, finished runner-up in 2. But in terms of history, just how I performed. So 299, I'm pretty sure this is the best. Let me just double check. So back in 2016-2017 season, finished 563. So pretty consistent, you'll see here. 932, so top 1,000 finishes. 729. In 2020 and 2021, 337. So I've just eclipsed that. 500 rank in 2021, 2022. And the previous season, 2022 and 2023, was 671. And of course, this season, 299. Obviously a reduced season as well. So if it was the same length as, going for 13 rounds as it did for the previous years, who knows where I could have finished. I could have finished potentially a top 100 finish, which would have been nice, or potentially top 50. Who knows? Absolutely stoked with how the season went. And let us know in the comments below how you enjoyed the content, anything you'd like to see going forward into next year's BBL SuperCoach season. But of course, that's 12 months away, so we don't have to worry about that. But first, it's all things AFL SuperCoach. Liam and I, we have reconvened. We are back. We are keen. We've already got 3 episodes in the can, would you believe? And the back burner ready to be scheduled. So be on the lookout for that. And as I said, make sure you get your entries in, and we'll see you, I guess, when we jump through the AFL SuperCoach hoops across the course of the preseason and heading into the season proper, of course. So thanks again for tuning in across the course of the BBL season, and really did appreciate all the feedback, all the comments, everything. We'll do it all again for the AFL SuperCoach season. So we'll catch you then. Cheers.